Halloween, a time to be scared, a time for trick-or-treaters, a time where we all buy a load of sweets and expect random kids with their annoying parents to turn up at our house, so I have to give them my Haribos. But this isn't a story about that. Although, I do have one little trick-or-treat story. It's basically this was last year's Halloween. I had some trick-or-treaters turn up at 3:30 in the afternoon. Bizarre, I know, but these couple of kids, they turned up at 3:30, and I said to them, "Why have you turned up so early?" And one of the kids said, "We thought we'd get here early before everyone else does." Now I like that thinking, trick-or-treating with that entrepreneurial spirit. However, today's video isn't about that. Today's video is about some creepy time that I had on the road, and it's a scary, because it's Halloween, it's a scary story time, so this is more creepy if anything. So here it is, a story of me on the road, and it's a spooky one. So this story basically, I was gigging near Somerset, and this must be a couple of years ago, and because if you check my other videos, you'll see I do stand-up comedy. But yeah, I was gigging down there, and the gig went great, and then I decided to drive back. Now, driving back from, say, Somerset to Leicester, which is where I live, you go through a lot of country roads. And there's this one country road, I don't know the name of it, but it goes on forever. And it was pitch black. It was dark outside. It was pretty spooky. But I'm in my car, there's no problem. I'm driving down this long ass A road, or country road, whatever you want to call it. And needed a piss. It happens. You know, I'm only human. Suddenly I needed to go and pee. But I thought, let me hold it in. Let me see how long I can hold this piss in for. So I carried on. And then eventually I just couldn't hold it in anymore. So I had to go and pee. So what I did was I pulled over. In the middle of this country road. There was nobody around at this point. I pulled over and got out my car. There's no cars. Bear in mind, I'm the only person driving down this road right now. There's no other cars in front of me. There's no cars behind me. There's nobody there. So, I'm now pulled over. I've walked out and decided to go pee. So I found a nice bush. I was going to find a terrible bush, was I? So I found this bush. And I decided to go pee. So I peed in front of this bush, and that was that. And then I zipped myself up, went to go walk back to my car, and then I heard a noise, and I was thinking, ooh, what was that noise? And I turned around, didn't see anything. Thought, okay, probably just hearing things. Walked back to my car, suddenly heard a noise again. Turned around, there was nothing there. Continued walking back to my car, heard that noise a little bit louder. Turned around, and there was a man standing, staring at me. He had quite long hair. He looked a bit raggedy, his clothes and everything. If you're thinking stereotypical hillbilly in the middle of the countryside, this was the guy you would think of. He just had the archetypal look of this creepy looking dude who just happened to be knocking around in the countryside on an A road and a country road near Somerset. And he looked at me, and then he smiled, which already made me feel a little bit funny, not gonna lie. I said, "Evening." And he looked at me and he said, "Sandwiches." I don't know why he said sandwiches, but he said sandwiches to me. So I said, "Okay. Well done, you." I'm creeping back towards my car here. And he goes, then he really loudly goes, "Sandwiches!" And I said, okay, let me go back to my car now. I mean, I don't know what his obsession with sandwiches was. I don't know, did he work for Greg's? I don't know what the fuck, why he was asking about sandwiches. But he then started to walk towards me. And he was holding his hands out like this, going, sandwiches! Sandwiches! And then he got quite aggressive. Very aggressive about it. He goes, sandwiches! And then he just screamed. Like, really screamed. And, yeah, he then did a little jiggle. And I went, okay, fuck this. So I ran to my car, opened the door, closed it. And then I literally start the engine, ready to go. What do? Fucking stall the car, don't I? So he's now starting to pick up a pace, walking towards me, even closer. Bear in mind, when I first saw the guy, he was probably about, I'd say, 20 meters away from me. Maybe a bit more, maybe about 30 meters. But now he's gaining speed. He's a fast old creepy dude. Creepy guys are quick. That's one thing I'll give them. They're quick. I eventually get the car going, and I start speeding off. Well, I go as quick as I can. And he's now chasing after the car. He's chasing after the car, shouting sandwiches. I then just bomb it out of there. And yeah, I managed to escape. So yeah, that was, I haven't been to Somerset since. I haven't been booked actually in Somerset, to be honest. But I haven't planned any visits there since. Not that I've got any problem with Somerset. I love it. It's a lovely town. Just, I don't like the country roads there. Yeah, that was a tale of me in a creepy land. Well, it's Halloween, so there you go. There's your scary story for Halloween. I might do some more stories eventually. I don't know. But yeah, there's a creepy story there. If there's a moral to the story, I don't know what it is. The moral story is just don't go for a piss in a country road at after 12 midnight. Just don't do it. You don't know what you might see. Not that he saw much, but yeah, just don't do that type of thing. And yeah, okay, that's the end of that. Well, okay, that was it. Really, that's my creepy little story there. Yeah, I might do some more in the future. Who knows? Right, well, good night.